With the corded wavy edge foot, you can make your own French ribbon. We can take wire or fishing line and run it through this little tiny hole. So let me show you how we're going to do this. First off, I'm going to go ahead and take the regular foot off the machine. Just going to slide it out. We have the serger set up for a 3-thread narrow rolled hem. So our setting is on C. Our stitch finger has been pulled back. And before I put the foot on, I'm going to put the cord in and kind of get it loaded up because it's almost easier to see where I'm going here. So we're taking the cord, going just right down through the little hole. And I'm going to pull enough behind the foot so I can kind of hold on to it and keep it out of the way. That hole's going to make sure that we don't cut it with the knife while we are guiding our fabric through and underneath the foot here. So we're just going to let that snap on. It should. There we go. And you can set the stitch length to be as desired. If you want it to be a really tight setting, you can go ahead and bring that stitch length down to 1. If you had some decorative thread going over this, that would be really pretty also. You might not have it as close to that, but we're just going to run this through and see where we are. But the nice thing is you can also kind of help hold or keep the wire flowing through the serger by holding it back here. Sometimes what I want to do is even crimp it at that corner and kind of give it a little pinch, and then that way the wire doesn't keep pulling itself out of the hem that you are putting on the edge. So let's just go ahead and stitch that all the way down. Super cute. I'll show you the stitch length at the shortest setting. Now if you're doing French ribbon, I like to actually wire both sides of the fabric. So when I get to the end, what I'm going to do is turn around, keep the wire still strung through the foot, and then head back down the other side. Once you're done and you take it out of the serger, and by the way, a little set of wire clippers are going to be needed, so you have that close by. But look, everything's bendable, and once you've used it and you maybe store away all your beautiful maybe Christmas bows or decorations, you can pull them out of the box, iron everything flat, and then retie everything into the newly shaped bows that you have. And look, you could put decorative edges on here, a contrast edge. Can you imagine what you can do with 1 yard of satin fabric? You could have bows of different widths all done with your serger, 1 foot, and a roll of wire. This happens to be a 28 gauge wire that I have found I like the best. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. You can also do this with fishing line. Use a 25-pound test and just head to your local fishing store to find that in those sections. Have fun with this foot.